Hello my friends, I'm Christopher. Today is Saturday, June 28th, 2024. Welcome back to my perennial flower and vegetable and herb and fruit tree garden tour. Here's my back door. Let's turn around. Lovely artwork. And now we have an herbs garden, perennial herbs. This was a project that I alluded to in the last build. I'm happy to say it went well. After ripping things out, I had a lot of soil to backfill. I brought this out several inches. Hopefully it'll be, well, I expect it'll be nice and warm by the house. I'll be able to mulch this well over winter. Yes, I planted them a little close together with the anticipation that some might die. So they'll either be pretty confluent in another year or two, which would be great because I'll be able to dig things out and expand this or give things to friends. But these are all things that are perennial in my cold hardiness zone, which is now 5B. We turn around, head out the garden gate. Let's walk down the path. We can just talk about fruit trees. No need to really look at them and scrutinize things. They look about the same as they did last time. We'll head down and see the flowers shortly. Let's walk into the vegetable garden. Lovely overcast skies this morning. Should be a gentle sprinkle, 1/4 of an inch of rain today. Beans are climbing, 6 inches. Peas are up about a foot. Since we're on the ground, we talked about the currants. They're being loaded and they are just starting to blush. Maybe another week and a half, 2 weeks for those. Raspberries are not blushing yet, but they are nice and full, the black jewels, and the first harvest of the standard raspberries. I'm surprised I don't hear any bumbles right now. The annuals over there are lovely. A little perspective for space. I will be harvesting the gooseberries starting next week, a little bit earlier than normal. To harvest this bush, really, gosh, if I put in 2 hours every day, it takes a week because you got to get them off and then you got to stem and stern them. I'll also be doing a final harvest of the rhubarb, maybe at the end, 2 weeks from now, something like that. The blueberries we transplanted are looking nice. Right, all this light green is new growth. So I'm hopeful. I'm gonna keep acidifying the soil and we'll cage them in the winter. This watermelon hasn't grown at all. And truthfully, I'm surprised by that because this is full sun, nicely drained soil. It should be well fertilized, like all of my soil is around here. And it's getting water. I don't know why it's not doing better. Let me know what you think. Oh, the compost. Change from last time here. I did end up going to the store. Since I had zero germination with my ancient cucumber seeds, I bought a cucumber plant and another pack of bush green beans. And those have all sprouted quite quickly. It's amazing the difference when you get a fresh pack of seeds as opposed to one that is 5-6 years old. The ground cherries over there don't seem to be doing much, but that's how ground cherries are. They take a while and then in July they explode. I mean, they're certainly alive, right? There's an early ground cherry. When these get going, this will be a solid bed. And for any Star Trek fans, I hope you get the reference to Viridian 6. Strawberries have been really bountiful. Aside from forming large clusters like that, I've been coming out every, I'd say 3 days to do a nice harvest. Best year I've ever had for strawberries. Really makes me think about just growing these with hay on the ground, you know, straw, as you can see I've got around here. I don't know, I keep waffling between, am I going to dig these all up and put them somewhere else, or should I just leave them be? I've been fine walking around them. Excuse me. The peppers I'm growing in between the strawberries, mixed luck, but they don't really take off till the heat. Better on this side than on that side. Here we have assorted squashes. Zucchini. This is a yellow summer squash. And the spaghetti squash. All going fine. This will grow all over. This kind of stays put. These two will collect over here. And once this dies off, you know, more of this will grow over here. The lettuces, you know, the greens, they're ready for me to start using. So we'll start snipping off things this week for salads. Always pleased to have these done early. And the tomatoes I actually just trellised this morning. Trellised and tied. They're anywhere from a foot to 1.5 feet. Some look a little worse for wear. Some tomato bugs probably snacking on them. Out we go. This is a project for later in the year. The top of my fence, or of my door, you can see. It is a bit worse for wear. Made this all out of just repurposed lumber. And I was silly when I did it. As you can see, this is a laminated piece of board. Forget what it was from. Either way, that's fortunately the only thing. So I'll just be able to take this piece off and the hardware, rebuild it out of something solid, and then mount it back up. One of the transplants that I actually kept from the space where the herbs garden is right now, these beautiful yellow flowers. I described it as a succulent. I truly don't know what it is, but I so love the sedum acre that's starting to have its yellow flowers, and these yellows here go well with it. The shape of the leaves, it was just a smart spot in my opinion. Up the path, a few things of note. Right, that clematis is on its last legs. Is this a catmint? Oh, I just now noticed some of the catmint spread. I believe this is my autumn joy clematis, and it's to the top of the trellis. That'll be something this fall. My balloon flowers just opened up, quite literally within the last 24 hours. Aren't they wonderful? I think they're just such cheerful flowers. Beautiful. The climbing rose goes. The irises, the bearded irises are done. Soon the lamium will start. The columbine is finished. That's more clematis climbing. You can see in the front, the loosestrife has opened up. We'll get over there in a second. Let's check out the wildflowers. I'm a little flabbergasted nobody's awake. No cars are out, no people walking dogs. Obviously the tulips are certainly done. And I planted red canna lilies around, knowing full well that I'll be digging them out in the fall. I do consider this a full sun, so we'll see what happens when they come up. Here's the wildflower meadow experiment. Year 1 at the beginning of June, and the compliments about this have just been nonstop. I'm especially pleased with these blue flowers. They just last forever. So let's take a walk street side, because everything does bend towards street side. The poppies have opened up more over here. I think this tree is obscuring some of the AM sun as it transits. And so things over here are just a little bit late to the game. Lots of grass in there, of course. This fall I'll be going in and trying to get rid of some of that manually. Wish me luck. But look at this, right? Then you get a cluster like this. It's just spectacular. And my city's official stance on it is you can plant what you want in the terrace, understanding full well that if we need to get access to anything underneath it, we're just going to go in and rip it up. And I think that's okay. You know, I'll be sad when that happens, but it's understandable. They did some work to this pole a year and a half ago, and our street was redone 11 years ago. So there really shouldn't be any need to tear it up anytime soon. Just imagine all of that. That'd be splendid. Oh, some squirrels. You can tell the section of the front here that gets more sun is on the left, because the loosestrife is much more open. And it is a beautiful yellow flower. Quite cheerful again. And I'm surprised to see some bearded irises open. Pots are doing good. Yay. Catmint never really spread much. That's to be expected, given the shade. Last time you might remember that I said this Japanese iris was the last one to open up. The rest were open everywhere. Now it's open up. I planted a yellow rose. I think this will be lovely in the space. Should be about 2.5, 3 feet when it's all done in a couple of years growing. A good thing not just for color, but for height. Speaking of height, finally in the 3rd year, the clematis here is starting to climb. I had the hardest time training these guys up. So I'm really encouraged by that one in particular. The Astilbe over here, right? We got heads coming up. Oh, there's my beautiful wife and my youngest daughter, Louisa. Good morning, girls. Life is good. These guys are dying off. They're all done. The lavender. Ooh, if you could smell it. This is a sedum that I was gifted. Actually, excuse me, I wasn't gifted this. This was 75% off at the garden store. For whatever reason, they thought it was dead. I certainly brought it back. And that is the extent of it. Maybe we can make a comment about the hostas. I do enjoy some of the variety that I've been able to infill as the years have gone on. This is a nice flush carpet. Certainly lovely. Thank you for sitting through a full, non-stop, no-cut garden tour. Things are coming along wonderfully. Oh, and I love filming in a gray overcast. How's your garden? Let me know down below. What do you think of my new herbs garden? Do you have something like that outside of your kitchen? Or do you just plant annuals every year like I had forever? This is new for me. What do you think of the meadow grass, the wildflowers, any of the perennials? Always good to hear from you. Anyways, happy growing. Have a good one, guys. Bye.